Ghost of Tsushima launched in 2020. It set a new bar for a samurai game, stunning landscape, brutal sword fights, and a story that mixed honor with heartbreak. Now, 5 years later, Ghost of Yotei arrives. And the question practically arises, is this Ghost of Tsushima 2 with Jin Sakai in a female samurai cosplay? The short answer is a bit different and a bit wider. Technically, it's in a different part of Japan, a new time period, a new protagonist, but come on, the roots of the game are still the same. The game looks familiar, the open world exploration, cinematic combat, sweeping Japanese backdrops. While Sucker Punch promises a sharper, bolder and wider experience, they also denies that it's just not a copy or a DLC of Ghost of Tsushima. We can agree that on the story part and the progression of the game. But in terms of world, combat, gadgets, it's not revolutionary, it's just extra toppings on a pizza. And if you like it that way, then this game is for you. So let's peel back the layers and look at the 10 things that tell this game apart from the previous one. Ghost of Tsushima gave us Jin Sakai, a noble samurai struggling with his uncle, whether to stab in the back or stab in the front. A classic samurai drama. And yes, don't forget the Mongols who always went around saying but Ghost of Yotei says, forget honor, let's do revenge this time. Enter Atsu, a woman whose entire family was killed by the Yotei 6. She was literally pinned to a burning tree as a child and somehow survived. 16 years later, she's back, fueled by rage, superstition and a really cool wolf companion that you will need more than you think. But I still miss Kage. Yeah, I picked Kage because he was like a shadow. Saved me a lot. So Tsushima was a prestige samurai drama and Yotei is like a samurai horror therapy with a kill list. Ghost of Tsushima's combat was clean, 4 stances, each effective against certain enemies, plus gadgets like kunai, bombs and smoke, etc. It was satisfying. But once you mastered stances, it boiled down to only muscle memory and it was too much for a lazy person. Ghost of Yotei ripped apart the system because of the lazy people like me and said, let's just give you people more weapons instead of stances. Hence, you start with a katana but soon unlock pretty cool weapons like these dual katana blades for really flashy combos. Odachi, which is technically a bigger katana for heavy swings, and Yari are spears so that you can scratch enemies' backs maybe. Next is Kusarigama, which are sickles and chain for long range assassinations. So basically they replace the stances with different weapons that will be effective against different type of enemies. And yeah, this is really perfect for players who would love to try out different weapons even more, with each weapon having its own skill tree. And lastly, Tanegashima, which are basically firearms, which to be honest give me an Assassin's Creed Black, but it has a valid reason. As the game is set around the 16th century, this was a time when the guns were being brought to Japan. Plus, each weapon has its own skill tree, and the new disarm mechanic keeps fighting unpredictable. You can strip an enemy of their weapon. I wish we could strip their clothes too. Anyways, also the enemies can do the same to you. Well, now I take it back. It's not like you cannot pick it back up again, but that duration can give an enemy to kill you or maybe strip you more. It takes longer to get rolling than Tsushima's stance system, but once you're leveled up your weapon and stacked buffs, you're pulling off combos that make Tsushima combat feel tame. And oh yeah, don't forget about the wolf companion. A wolf, yes, with its own skill tree. It saves you in fight, can be summoned, and yes, you can pet it. Honestly, they didn't even need to make the rest of the game after that. If we talk about the cinematic flair of each game, Ghost of Tsushima had a style which is called Kurosawa mode. Made everyone feel like a film snob while cutting down Mongols in grainy black and white mode. It nailed the samurai movie aesthetics. But for Ghost of Yotei, they went ahead and gave us 3 cinematic filters. Kurosawa mode, which we already had. Next is the Miike mode. Think Takeshi Miike horror with brutal up-close shots during combat. Then lastly we have Watanabe mode, a curated lo-fi soundtrack by Cowboy Bebop's Shinichiro Watanabe. It's not just a homage, it's letting you decide whether your revenge saga plays like an art film, a gore fest, or a vibey lo-fi experience. Basically, Yotei is Sony leaning all the way into its game art interactive movies, and honestly, it's really good. There are a lot of open world differences. Ghost of Tsushima Island was gorgeous, immersive, but at a point, shrines, bamboo strike, chasing these foxes and stalking those birds felt too repetitive. But in Ghost of Yotei, It is centered around Mount Yotei, a looming stratovolcano that's as gorgeous as it is intimidating. You still get hot springs and bamboo chopping, but with a little change. When you bamboo strike now, you have spectators mocking you or cheering you. Now I will get humiliated in the game too. Thank you, Sucker Punch. That is not just it, but you can get more twists, like a guy doing a trunk bamboo cut challenge, and so you have to do the same. So it's really interesting to see how each one would have a new touch to it. Yotei also fixes Tsushima's pacing issue by introducing campfire hubs. Instead of galloping across the map to find these merchants and quest givers, NPCs come to you at rest points. Quests, upgrades, shops, all in one spot. These camps also let you craft gear, cook food for various buffs, again best thing for a lazy person like me. Last important part, instead of a linear go here, cutscenes, stabman, repeat approach, it gives you a non-linear world with the 6 bosses on your hit list, which is kinda similar to the 6 Blades of Kojiro, a mythical tale quest in Tsushima, but that was just for a challenge and reward. So with this non-linear progression, you get clues, follow threads, make choices, and the game never feels like it's navigating you on Google Maps. Talk about the supporting characters. Tsushima gave us Yuna, Lady Masako, Norio, and Ryuzo, who was a love-to-hate guy. These were very strong companions, but their arcs felt straightforward. You could see where each storyline was exactly heading towards. In Yotei, you build an entire wolf pack system. You meet Ran, the warrior, who teaches you new range skills, Shinji, the blacksmith, who buffs your weapons and armor, and Taro, the corpse scavenger, who's literally just waiting to loot your stuff when you die. I guess he's the new Ryuzo? Then lastly we have Atsu's wolf, mysterious, symbolic, and tied directly to the character's growth. With the final verdict, if you ask me, Sucker Punch did their best to fix the parts of the game that felt a lot repetitive, like these bamboo cutting and other points of interest, by adding a new layer to it, and parts that were not quite dynamic and wider. They made sure that the game would stand out from the previous one with a non-linear world progression, and everything feels more bold and chaotic. These changes really felt like a good topping on a pizza, and it will not fail for those who are just after the same samurai experience with an extra punch. So good job, Sucker Punch, with this one. If Tsushima was a classic, Ghost of Yotei feels like the bold remix. It's not perfect, but it's fresh, risky, and worth diving into. If you just want to play something like Ghost of Tsushima, you can just go ahead. And with this, if you really love this video, please give that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more future videos, and do let me know in the comment section if you're going to play Ghost of Yotei.